I thought it could be fun to show you how I would do my makeup, like if I'm really trying to get it snatched. And so, first step, moisturizer. Next is going to be primer. While I give that a moment to sink into my skin is when I like to do my brows. I'll take some of my foundation on the back of my hand and a brush, carve out my brow, which means I conceal like the areas around it so that I can make sure that I really have the shape I want. If I'm really going to be trying on my eye makeup, I do my eyes first. So now I'm going to use an eye primer. You can use your concealer, and then this is to cancel out like the veins and any discoloration. I'm going to set underneath my brow bone with a light color. I'm going to use this one and this one. You were saying that your eyeshadow looked a little bit weird, and I'm just going to tell you this look is going to look crazy until the end. I'm going to set the rest of my primer with the translucent powder. I'm going to go in with a transition color. Your transition color should be like a nice warm light brown. So I'm going to go in with this color and this color. I hope I remember which two I used. And then I put it in the upper part of my crease. And I kind of swirl it into the outer corner a little bit too. So it's like windshield wiper motions, and then I do like circles out here. It's fine if it's like messy like here because I haven't done my face makeup yet. I'm gonna clean up the edges with concealer. Okay, I like that. And then now I'm just gonna do, I don't know what I wanna do. I'm just gonna take this color and this color on my finger and pat it onto my lid. Most of the time if I'm doing a lid color, I like to use my finger. I think I bought you a flat concealer brush though, and that is what you would have used for this step. And then I'm going to go back in with my same fluffy blending brush and then blend out those edges. So I'm going to put a little bit of a shimmer on my lid. I'm using this. I'm going to use the same finger and just kind of tap it on. And then because this is a cream product, like anything I put on top of it that's a powder, it's gonna really pop. So that's why now I want to highlight like the inner parts of my eyes. So I'm gonna take a shimmer color. Not there. I'm gonna take this one. And then I'm gonna start on my face. Pump some foundation on the back of my hand. Use my beauty blender to pounce it into my skin. It's a stippling motion, not swiping. This is a part where I clean up my eye makeup, so I'll just go right along the edges of my eyeshadow, kind of create a line there so that I have an idea of where to do my wing. There's two types of concealers. The color correcting one should have more of a pink undertone, and then the brightening one is going to have more of a yellow undertone. So first I'm going to go in with a pinker undertone. This one I'm just going to put it underneath my eyes because I don't really need to color correct any other parts of my face. And then I'm going to go into the brightening concealer, to highlight. I do a little bit on my forehead, down the center of my nose. That is not a straight line, but sides my mouth, chin, and then right here on my cupid's bow, and then under my eyes as well. I usually do this, but I've been watching this one YouTuber, Nikita Dragon. She's like a trans woman, and she does a lot of cream contouring normally, but that's where you take like a darker concealer or a darker foundation, and then I'll show you. So I'm going to contour my forehead a little bit because I have a 5 head, and then I contour my cheekbones a little bit above, like where the actual hollow is, and then jawline, my nose, and in between where I highlighted, and then underneath my lower lip. It's my favorite place to contour, right there. Makes your lip look, you know, love it, bare. You can either blend this out also with your beauty blender, like the other side of it, or you can use a brush. And today I'm gonna use a brush, this brush. Also, I'm not swiping, I'm still just gonna keep kind of pressing the product in so that it doesn't move too much from where I put it down. So now I'm going to set the rest of my face. I like to set my face first with a brush and then with a beauty blender. And then, I don't know if you've ever heard about baking. It's where you put like an excess amount of powder on your face and then you leave it on there for a little bit so that it bakes like your makeup underneath and make it last longer. I don't really do that. So I just take a big powder brush and then I'm using my translucent powder. And then it's kind of baking and like I do it like this. You can obviously tell like it's a lot. So I like bake it a little bit in the areas where I put concealer. Now you're done. Ready to go out. Ha ha ha. I'm kidding. I'm going to take a big powder brush and then use it to blend away the excess powder. See? Coming together. Now I'm going to start doing my face makeup. The first step is bronzing. And I already have, you can kind of see my contour already, so that means I don't have to do a ton of bronzer. Still add a little bit. Got a catfish Brian. So I'm taking a big fluffy brush and my bronzer and then going around the perimeters of my face, essentially everywhere that we put the cream bronzer. And to contour a little bit more, I'm going to take an even darker powder like this. I'm going to contour my nose a little bit more. And my lip, and then under my lip. And then I'm going to contour my 5 head again because she big. Make all the boys come to the yard. I don't know what that was. I'm gonna go with my big powder powder brush. Just blend everything. And then after that is blush. I didn't see like why you have to have a different brush for all of this stuff because I can't be like putting brown on the apples of my cheeks. And this is why brushes are important. English is also important. I drop my blush. Tap it into the blush, tap it off a little bit, smile, and then I put it on the apples of my cheeks to make it look cute and feminine and girly. I kind of put on a crop tone. I'm gonna do the. So now it's gonna be the baking we talked about. So I take a little bit of powder on my damp beauty blender. And I bake the sides of my nose, also to clean up my nose contour. And then I bake down my nose. I'm gonna let that chill and then blend it out with the beauty blender, and I think that just gives it a lot more seamless. And then you can kind of tell my blush is like a little bit wonky, like it's lower up here and higher up here. When I blend it out with the beauty blender, it'll make everything like even again. I'm gonna put a little bit of powder underneath my contour, and then I'm gonna blend out the powder underneath my eyes. I'm going to do the eyeshadow that goes underneath my eyes. I like essentially repeat the same steps that I did above. I'm going to go in with my transition colors, this one and this one, and underneath my eyeballs. I'm going to go in with a smaller brush. I'm going to take the colors, the darker ones. Now this one's going to go more on just the outer edge. So I'll kind of open my eyes a little bit more. I'm going to do an eyeliner. I'm going to put it on my lower lash line. Like waterline is this part of your eyeball, and then lower lash line is just like exactly where your lash line starts. I'm going to take a brown and then I'm going to run it along that area to make it look like I have more lower lashes. And I'm going to do my wings eyeliner, which always gives me anxiety. So pray for me. I use a gel liner because I bought one, so I have to use it. It's harder, I think, than a marker, like a felt tip, but I just saw like YouTubers doing this and I was like, I want to do that too, and now I'm stuck with it because I have a pot of it. You cannot be afraid of the wing. You just gotta go for it. Show no fear. It senses fear. The hardest part, honestly, is like recreating the same thing on the other side. Did I do it? No. Another reason why I wear fake lashes is that if my wings don't look exactly the same after you put on fake lashes, no one can tell. I have to set my eyeliner with a black eyeshadow so that when I open my eyes it doesn't get like transfer up onto my lids. I'm going to take a black eyeshadow in a different brush and just really lightly set my gel eyeliner. It just makes it darker too. Because when I put the gel, I was putting it over like, you know, the shimmers in my inner corner highlight, and that can be why it isn't as black as I want it to be. Like my soul. It's aight. It could be better, but it's not. Okay, so now I'm gonna do some setting spray. I like to keep my eyes like looking down so that I don't like frick up my eyeshadow. Someone's cooking onions. Mascara. Don't forget to replace this every 2 months. Do it. And I like to put on my highlighter after I do my setting spray because I think it makes it look skin-like and more just like I'm. And then I also highlight my cupid's bow, my chin, tip of my nose, down the bridge of my nose, and then a little bit right there. I also like to highlight the inner corner of my eyes, which I did before, but more so the area that's just like right here. I think that makes your eyes a lot more like. Next step is lips. I like to start with the lip liner. And then I'll go over it with a colored lip oil. And then now I'm just gonna put on eyelashes. And we're done. That's really heavy. So I squeeze a little bit of glue into my thumb, run the lash band through it, and then I make sure that at the ends that there is a fair amount of glue there because that's like the most important part. Those ones are the ones that are going to start pulling up first. And then after I have it on my lash, I let it like dry a little bit. It's been enough time for this lash to dry. So place it on. Just like that. Round 2. Look down, stick it on, secure the outer edge, and then the inner. Boom. Okay, so now my glue, I think it's still drying a little bit on this eyeball, but that's how I do my makeup. And now I'm just gonna go study. Okay. Love you, ciao. Bye. And I hope this helped. And it wasn't too cringy and awkward, but I had a lot of fun. It's just me. I'm being weird.